Connell. Listen.
Whoa.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
You have to.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I have the unabridged.
Finish.
Zhish. Is that what you said? Bless you. Bless you again. Does it say it in the synopses? Oh my god, it's a library sale.
Why is yours bigger? Mine was from Value Village.
So is mine.
Why did you get a sexy new one?
I feel like people don't think I brush my hair.
What are you talking about?
Mitch Albom. Albom.
Mitchie.
Albom.
Look at her matching.
The sardines is normal people. Look at my shirt. Paul, zoom in on this. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. It's book day.
It's a summer I turn pretty day.
Conrad. We're talking about books today. My favorite topic. Today's a chill episode. Steph just came back from vacation and I am going through it. So today we thought we're going to just talk about books that have changed our lives or books that we really, really like.
Yeah.
Just a chill, cozy episode.
This literally looks like a library.
Yeah, I know. So, Steph, do you want to go first?
I don't even know what to go first.
I feel like you just kind of have to start picking off your pile.
Like start from the top?
Yeah.
Well, one that we both have, that we both love.
Tuesdays with Maury. The listeners can't see this. Redirect to the YouTube. We have a lot of tabs. This should be like a cozy episode. Like put it on in the background, make a soup or something.
Yeah.
And then just watch us talk about books.
Vibes, the soup. This one, I don't really know what to say. It's more of just like a student and his professor meet every Tuesday.
Student-teacher romance.
There's no romance in this one.
I wish. Not like with Maury and Mitch.
No.
But
It's such a short book. It's one of those books that I feel like you could read so quickly, and
Yeah.
we did. And every page has something valuable on it, it feels like. Every page I was highlighting.
it changed my life. Also, it has a very good message of how do I say this? Because Maury is so like, he's going through it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I can say it. He's going through it. But you know what? His outtake on life, beautiful. No, but it's true. It's like everyone can learn from him because Mitch in the story is so like go, 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 no chill. Then he visits Maury, and Maury's quite literally like, there's so much more suffering that this man has to endure.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so positive. Like, everyone can learn something from Tuesdays with Maury. And honestly, just Mitch Albom's writing in general.
Yeah, what was the other one that we both read? I really liked that one too.
Oh, One More Day?
Yes.
Yeah,
that one was good too. Tuesdays with Maury was kind of crazy because when I was reading about, like, obviously Mitch is the student. When I was reading about it, I kind of, not that he annoyed me, but he kind of was annoying me a little bit. But I also kind of saw myself in him. So it was one of those weird things where I was upset with myself.
Go for the next book that you saw yourself in. I feel like a lot of people saw themselves in this one. Oh wait, I have it too.
For those who are not watching, A Hue of Blue.
A Hue of Blue by me. Honestly, that's a good segue because this is based off of my true feelings. This is literally my diary come to life. And I think if you look at any of the reviews, they all say, this is my diary. I felt every single one of these things. And not only, I feel like a lot of people said, I'm just flexing at this point, but a lot of people said it changed their life and helped them feel seen. In a lot of ways, it actually helped me also. It changed my life, not only like my career, but just writing down your feelings in a book. And like, I felt so alone because whenever you feel like all these overwhelming sensations and feelings, you feel alone. And I managed to publish it and to have the audience say, I literally see you and I felt all of these things. It's like you really just, you feel so much better. Like, you know what I mean? And basically A Hue of Blue is just about a toxic romance of two people that met in university that just couldn't get it right. And at the end of it all, this isn't a spoiler, but she chooses herself. And you see this growth in her and realizing it's not really about the boy, it's more so about her and coming to terms with that and healing. So,
but what's so beautiful about it too is like with Blue Henderson, the main character,
me,
you, as you're reading it, sometimes you're kind of like, Blue, use your head. You know? You're almost like
frustrated.
You're frustrated and you're like, oh my gosh, why does she keep doing this? Or why does she keep putting herself in these situations or whatever it might be? But it's also so realistic.
Yeah.
Because everybody in their 20s or in university, at least most people, I feel like go through something similar where they themselves also know, why do I keep doing this to myself?
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, you know, with Mitch Albom, this one as well with Blue, you see yourself in them a little bit. And I think that's why it's so frustrating because you're upset with yourself and you're also upset with the character. But it's such a beautiful story. And like there is an alternate ending in A Hue of Blue because a lot of people, like she said, not a spoiler, but she chooses herself in the end.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted this to be a romance because you think it's a romance when the way it starts up, but
the way it's marketed.
The way it's marketed.
Not by me. I never said it was a romance ever in anything ever. And I have receipts. Look at all my hashtags. No hashtag romance there.
No hashtag romance.
Some people may find it in the romance section. That wasn't my fault.
That wasn't her choosing, but 12 out of 10. But you know what is a romance?
Where?
It's her next book. Oh. I was trying to self-promote you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You ruined it. The Midnight Library.
The Midnight Library. This book gets a lot of hate.
Really?
Yeah. It's obviously not realistic. It's a floating library in the middle of space. Like,
if you're hating on this for the reasons why we think you're hating on this, you're completely missing the point of the book.
Yeah. Literally completely missing the point.
How would you explain?
It's a library that appears whenever you're teetering between life and death. Mm-hmm. And it shows you all of the paths. Every single book in this library there's like millions, I would say, that show you all of the different lives you could live based on a different decision you could have made.
Big or small.
Big or small.
It honestly, to me, when I was reading this book, it put a lot of things into perspective, and it also just kind of motivated me in a sense to just try whatever I wanted to try.
Rings. Where did you get them?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Anyways, if you are open to wanting to change your life and be inspired, read The Midnight Library.
Yeah. True knowledge exists in knowing you know nothing. Socrates.
Okay.
Quoted from The Midnight Library.
Was that not from the beginning? I just opened up to page 9 and I highlighted, so what happened? It was a lot of pressure. Pressure makes us, though. You start off as coal and the pressure makes you a diamond. Why did I highlight she was a waterfall of apologies? She was drowning in herself. Was I sad in that moment?
Were you going through... Was I gone?
Probably. You probably didn't answer for like an hour. Anyways.
The Midnight Library.
The Midnight Library.
Great book.
Okay.
I was going to get The Nightingale. We didn't like talk about this before. That's why we're just rediscovering.
Yeah, I brought a stack. She brought a stack.
Talk about Thomas. Steph loves Thomas Erickson.
Listen, I know he gets hate too. I understand. I think everybody should read Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson.
It's on Kindle Unlimited.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Read it. So on the front it says the 4 types of human behavior and how to effectively communicate with each in business and in life. And he talks about the 4 different colors of people.
Oh, I love this. I love when you talk about this. I could listen to you for hours.
What?
Where?
Can you make sure it doesn't fall on me?
It won't. That's not a bug.
No, it is.
I know.
If you start to see it dangle, let me know. I'm gonna run. It's a baby, so I'm okay. But
I don't think that's a spider.
No, 100%.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, it'll be fine. I think she'll stay up there.
Yeah, I think she will.
It was my spider senses.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Heart's pounding. I didn't even kill it. Whoa.
Okay. Thomas Erickson.
So there's 4 colors. There's red, yellow, green, and blue. Red is
us.
Literally us. Time is money.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of impatient people. But yeah, time is money. Very impatient. They get things done. It's
that aggressive mentality.
Yeah, I need to get it done, so I'm doing it right now immediately.
Dominant people.
Yeah, very dominant. Yellow is very friendly, bubbly, the social butterfly, creative. Green is also very friendly, but just doesn't like conflict, calm. They're the people who like the friends who remember everybody's birthday and make sure to text you and follow up, and they really listen well. That's one of their good qualities is listening. And then blues are the Excel spreadsheet baddies. They're like asking all of the questions that you wouldn't even think to ask.
Hyper analytical people.
Very, very hyper analytical. And it's really important because as you're reading it, like every page and every color I was reading about, I was like, oh my gosh, this person in my life is this color. This person in my life is this color. And since I've read it, I have used it almost daily of understanding the people in my life. It gives an example where, let's say you get something from IKEA. You buy a piece of furniture from IKEA. You bring it home. A red would bring it inside and do it immediately. They'd build it right away, whether it's, you know, and I've done that before. I've come home with a bookshelf and my family's like, okay, wait, you know, my dad's like, I'll help you do it because it's this huge thing. It's 10 times my size. And I'm like, okay, but I get into my room and I just start doing it right away and I just get it done myself. Is there a missing screw in there? Maybe. I mean, it's lasted 5 years so far, so it's been okay. But I wanted to get it done. I do it immediately. Yeah. A yellow would bring it inside and they're like, okay, like let's play some music. Like let's make this fun. Let's have a good time while we do it. A green would bring it inside and say, you know what? I brought it in. I got it. That's good. Let me make a coffee. Let me chill for a minute. A blue would take out all of the pieces, make sure that they have every single piece, count them 3 times, read the instruction front to back 6 times, and make sure that they do it absolutely perfect. Every color is beneficial in different ways, but it's so important to understand other people. And the point of the title is saying, if you don't get the people you're surrounded by, if you don't understand the different behaviors around yourself, you're going to constantly think you're surrounded by idiots, because just because someone's doing something one way doesn't mean that it's not the right way. It's just not how you would do it, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong. And you have to understand that that's the type of person they are, and that's just what they do.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could go on forever about this book, but I love it so much. And he has so many other books. This is the first one, but another one that I read by him that I also really loved, this one I tabbed
Oh my God.
Surrounded by Narcissists.
The objective of love bombing is for the manipulator to force themselves onto you with such intense energy that you never have time to pay attention to who they really are.
Yeah,
he's a good book.
There's some really good one-liners in here. You really learn about not just clinical narcissists, but you also learn about how we have a really big problem in society of just people acting very selfishly.
Yeah.
And does that mean that they're clinically a narcissist? No. But there's a difference between that and also just constantly thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
Right? But anyways, he's got really, really great writing, and they're not boring. When you read them, I was flying through these books, and usually when it comes to like psychology books or even self-help books, it takes me some time to read through it, and I really have to force myself to sit there and want to learn. But with these ones, I couldn't put them down.
It's kind of like Psychology of Money. The way they write is more like a conversation than an info dump kind of vibe.
And there's lots of examples and stories that keep you entertained and help you grasp the idea easier.
Yeah, I feel like I should read that.
You have to.
I will.
Okay.
We've talked about Dolly Alderton's book so many times, her memoir, Everything I Know About Love. Steph and I love this book. It's such a good memoir. I've read a lot of memoirs, but this one truthfully stood out because when you're in your 20s and your 30s, I feel like this is the book for you.
Absolutely.
If you're lost, if you have no idea what direction you're going in, who cares? Everybody's literally in the same boat as you. And this book validates every single ounce of feeling like I don't know what to do with my life. And that's okay. Friendships, relationships, it really just covers everything.
It does. And when she says everything I know about love, I feel like you go into it really thinking she's only talking about romantic relationships. Yeah. But like you just said, it talks about friendships and everything and just love in general. It's a really, really, really good book to read in your 20s.
Yeah. And I just want to couple that with 2 other books because they're kind of in the same vein. If you like books that are kind of like, they're lifelike and they're realistic, I suggest reading Tiny Beautiful Things, Advice on Love and Life from Dear Sugar. It's by Cheryl Strayed. She wrote a memoir as well, but this book is like you basically send in your problems and then she responds. It's like Dear Sugar and then she responds to you. And it's all of these like problems that people have had, like real life situations, and she gives advice to. And honestly, like there were stories that I didn't relate to. I'm not a mother. I'm not like, whatever. And I was like, wow, like what great advice. That would help out so many people. And Conversations on Love is literally kind of in the same vein as well. Look at the tabs.
Oh my gosh.
If you like books like Tiny Beautiful Things, Everything I Know About Love, just memoirs and people talking about like real human things, you should pick those books up.
Yeah, I haven't read Tiny Beautiful Things, but you've read a few quotes to me from it, and I ended up buying it because I do want to read it.
Yeah. So read those if you like those, like, those Instagram kind of books. But they actually are good books. Like, it's not just take it. Because there are a few Instagram books that I've bought that I did not like. So these ones I actually do recommend.
Really quickly, there's not much romance here. And I don't think you have one romance in
here.
If you do want a romance recommendation, Abby Jimenez, Just for the Summer.
I did like that. And I don't like romance.
This was really cute. It's the acts of service type of love, giving like summer vibes.
Yeah, very acts of service heavy. So if you're an acts of service girly, there you go.
And there was a few moments where it had me giggling. I laughed at a couple things.
That's good.
Yeah. When in Rome by Sarah Adams, I don't know if I was just in a period where I really wanted to read a cheesy love romance or if it actually was great, but it does have good reviews too. I loved this book.
That's good.
I read it in one day. I ate it up. Is it cheesy? Yes. There's even moments where it's a little cringy, but it was so cute and I was speeding through it and it wasn't so cringy and so like out of pocket where you just can't even imagine it. It was like the perfect cute little small town, grumpy sunshine kind of book. So
sometimes you need a book like that, though.
Sometimes you just need a quick and easy. It's like candy, right?
Yeah, it's literally candy. Like, especially if you read, like, you read a lot of psychology books and stuff like that. Like, it's nice to read something where you just turn your brain off a little bit. I feel like the next few books are, I mean, I see Kristen Hanna. I know that's gonna be a heavy one. But Steph doesn't like self-help books.
Okay, hold on.
I'm outing you. Listen, I actually like them. So I'm gonna talk about one that I read in a period of my life where I needed to feel like a mountain.
Hey.
Brianna Weiss, Mountain is You. I actually really liked this book, and I also gave it to my boyfriend to read, who doesn't read, and he really likes this one too. And honestly, if you just need a pick-me-up, I like self-help books whenever you feel down on yourself. Mm-hmm. That's why it's like, it's not something that I'm going to binge read. It's something that I'm going to read whenever I need a reminder. Yeah. That's honestly what it is. And so I feel like The Mountain is You is a book that if you are kind of going through something or whatever and you just need that pick-me-up, that's a really, really good pick-me-up.
I just want to say my beef with self-help books
here we go.
is not that I don't like them. It's I don't like the ones that say, do this and your life will change.
Oh, yeah.
Or 5 ways to make your life change completely.
David Goggins.
He says just do it.
Yeah, I know. You should have brought him on.
I should have. I think if you're reading a self-help book to change your entire life, you have the wrong mentality going into it. I like reading them when, like you said, you just need a little pick-me-up or a little inspiration. Yeah. But if you're looking for the answer to change your life, it's not going to.
Exactly. It's like, it's one of those things where if you don't know how to put your feelings into words, usually self-help books do that. Like, they kind of condense a feeling and they make it more, it's like easy for you to process. Oh yeah, that's actually how I feel. Yeah. And then because now you know how you feel, you can identify what's really wrong. Yeah. So that's why I like that one.
Exactly. And what you like, the joke about David Goggins is that he was on Andrew Huberman's podcast and he was promoting his book that was coming out, but he even said, he's like, I will write a book because everyone's asking me to write a book about how I overcame all of these challenges. So I will. But at the end of the day, whether you read my book or not, it's not going to change your life to that. Like, you have to just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether my book, I can write 17 books of how I changed my life. If you don't want to do it, nothing's going to change.
No, literally. Let's talk about your heavy book. Kristen Hanna, The Nightingale. Oh, God. I love this book. I didn't add it to the pile, but Steph did. Historical fiction.
Historical fiction. I'll be honest, I did not think I would like this because I do not really like historical fiction books.
Kristen Hanna's god tier at writing historical fiction, though. Women's historical fiction.
Yeah, and it just, like, it's a thick book. Like, I was intimidated going into it because, 1, people said it was heartbreaking. 2, I knew it was historical fiction, which I usually don't pick up. 3, it's thick.
Yeah.
So I was kind of nervous going into this. I actually buddy read this with one of my friends. Yeah. Which kind of made it easier because it made me not want to put it down because I wanted to be on the same pace as her. And honestly, I loved it. It was a really, really great book. Just know that if you read this book, it will make you sad, but it also just puts your life into perspective a little bit.
It really does.
You know?
It really does. It's the best way. It's very heavy, though.
It is very heavy.
And there's trigger warnings.
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
And I don't want to spoil the trigger warnings. Just look them up. But it's a really, really good book. And like you said, it really does put things into perspective because this is in the war.
Yeah, it's based around World War II.
Yeah. So you like historical fiction. You like women's fiction. Honestly, you don't even need to like historical fiction to like that because she's such a good writer.
She is.
She's such a good writer. It's not overcomplicated. The writing in the beginning just like captured me with this one. It's not like that typical like kind of drab historical fiction. It's like right from the beginning she's talking to you.
You see, like, it follows 2 sisters and you see 2 different perspectives. Anyways, a very good book.
Very good book. Read it. Okay, I've talked about him. The man, the myth, the legend. Frederick Bachman. Okay, I've read his backlog except The Man Called Ove, but there is a standout series that this man has written. Steph, look at my tabs.
Oh my gosh.
Beartown. Zoom in. Do you see that? I can't even explain this to you. It is a town about people who love hockey. It's the most standard description that you could ever give. I promise you, it is not what you think. I don't even really care about hockey. I cried. Every single book is a 5-star. It's so human. And the way that he writes, anyone who's never read Frederick Bachman, it's like he's literally talking to the innards of your soul. This man is so good at writing. And the last book, You want to tell them how I acted?
I've never seen, every time she finishes a book, she usually will like tell me about it. She'll text me, she'll call me, whatever. I have never, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
She called me, FaceTimed me specifically, sobbing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what happened? Just like, who died?
Yeah.
Basically, I was scared.
Literally.
And she like pans down the camera a little bit and she's gripping onto the third book of Veritown.
Oh my God.
Like sobbing, just like, I just finished the book. I cannot. And I swear we were on FaceTime for at least 30 minutes to an hour. She didn't put the book down.
Dude, I'm going back to that place.
And she couldn't tell me anything about it because I'm going to read it, so she didn't want to spoil anything.
I'm going back to that place right now. I have a photo of me sobbing. The characters will literally always stick with you. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like every single character, please, if you're reading this series, read it like back to back to back. Like you can't, I took a break and it still was a 5-star. If you read this back to back to back, I don't even think you'll recover. Like truthfully, it's so good. All you need to know is it's a town that loves hockey. That's literally all you need to know.
I just read the first page right now, and I already was like kind of hooked.
Yeah, it's so good.
When do you recommend to read that? In the winter time, right?
It's so winter.
Okay.
It's so December. It's so January, actually. Start your year off right.
Crying and sobbing. One book I want to talk about is The Glass Castle.
I haven't read this one yet.
Yeah, this one is by Jeanette Walls. My mom actually recommended this to me, and it's a memoir about her life and just like her childhood and all the shit that she went through. And I really don't want to say much more than that.
Yeah.
I would check the trigger warnings. It's also a movie now.
My aunt also recommended this.
Really?
Yeah.
It's one of those books where you're just reading it and you just like, you have shivers because of what she went through. And you keep going back and forth to, is this like real life? Is this actually what happened? Because it's so dysfunctional.
Yeah.
It's a really like heartfelt story. And it's crazy when you do remember that it's not just a story, it's actually her life and what happened.
Everyone has been telling me to read that.
I think you would really like this one.
It's dark.
It is dark.
I love that. I love books that literally just grip me from the inside and I'm like, oh, I'm wincing.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that.
And it's just so raw and real.
That's why I like it. Because it's like, I don't like, no offense, but like I find a lot of romance, especially the cartoon covers. I find a lot of them are so unrealistic, and they're so like the way that they talk to each other. It's so funny because I always shit on romance. I'm like, I write romance and I hate reading it but also the way I write romance is exactly the way that I consume literature. It's real. It's like really raw and authentic. I don't like that like fake cheesy kind of like love story. Like to me, it's like, yeah, I get it's like candy, but it's just like, if I'm reading a book, I want to feel everything. Like I don't want to just be like, like, you know what I mean? So I will read that.
I hate when the main character is insufferable too, and you're just like.
And the miscommunication. We can go on. We could
go on and on and on. But
so yeah, The Glass Castle. I read The Wedding People earlier this year. I read it at a time where I needed to read it, and I read it like honestly when it was still cold. I don't know why. This is a summer like spring-ish read.
I'm currently reading this one.
Yeah, she's currently reading this one. I tabbed this one a lot as well. It's The Wedding People by Alison Espach, and it's essentially about a woman in her 40s who's going through a divorce, and she decides to take a fun little trip because she wants to unalive herself because of her life, and she's just a wedding crasher essentially, but not on purpose. And it actually changes her life. And the reason why I really like this book is because, like, this woman is in her 40s. We're in our 20s. The way she made me want to drop everything and travel and find myself because, like, you can do that and who cares? I loved this book. It was so inspirational. It was so motivating. And it was a fun time. It was like, wow, if she can do it, I can do it. Like, what's the point of living a life that you're not happy with?
Yeah, it's really well written too. I mean, I don't even think I'm at 100 pages. I think I'm at like 70 or something, and I'm hooked already.
Yeah, it's such a good read. So if you're looking for like a really, really good, fun summer read that packs a punch.
I talked about this one before. I actually read this for university. I had to do a book report on it, and it's called The Gifts of Imperfection by Dr. Brené Brown. Let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. We spoke. Okay. This is basically talking about, so it's obviously called The Gifts of Imperfection. It's using your imperfections to your advantage. So one quote is, if we want to live in love with our whole hearts and we want to engage with the world from a place of worthiness, we have to talk about the things that get in the way, especially shame, fear, and vulnerability. So instead of running from those things, facing them head on is basically what she talks about, and how, you know, you can be courageous that way. This is also a really good book that keeps you entertained throughout.
Yeah.
It's not boring.
Yeah.
I didn't find it boring, at least. And it's not that long. Like, it's pretty small.
Yeah. And like on the vein of that, I feel like The Psychology of Money is kind of the same thing. We've talked about that book in the last episode, but I feel like the way that he writes, it's simple but descriptive in a way that's like, okay, I get it. I feel like I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? Okay. I have 2 left. My favorite book of all time.
This is crazy.
My Dark Vanessa.
Dun, dun, dun.
Kate Elizabeth Russell. I'm so sad she never wrote another book again.
Oh, really?
That was her one and only book. Listen.
Whoa.
I could go on about this book, man. I love this book. Steph will never read it. I love this book so much. I read it on my iPad, like, 4 or 5 years ago. I think about her every day.
Poor Vanessa.
Literally poor Vanessa. It's about, it's told in a flashback and present tense point of view of Vanessa now as an older woman versus when she was a child, 13, 14, groomed by her teacher. This is one of the, whenever you had to read Speak in high school, I feel like this is like a book like that everyone should read in their life, especially when you're a young, impressionable girl who thinks a grown man really likes you. It is one of those books that it does not stray from detail. You are like feeling what she feels, and it makes you like uncomfortable.
Like icked out a bit.
Yeah, but you get her and you're like angry at her, but you're rooting for her at the same time, and you're like, get out of this. But it's so well done. It's so well done. The writing was impeccable. It's literally, it's fiction, but I feel like so many women have experienced this. And when I say the exposure that this book needs to have on young women who are honestly, unfortunately, being preyed upon by older men who are grooming them and thinking and telling them like, you're so mature for your age and all of that stuff, it's in this book. Read this book. Like, parents, read this book if your kid comes home saying, oh, I met a boy today, and he's actually a grown man. Read this book. I will never forget it. So well written.
Maybe one day I will.
It's so good.
Read it.
If you could read The Glass Castle, you could read My Dark Vanessa.
I feel like the two probably don't compare it that much.
I just want you to read it because it's so good. It's so well written.
One
The
day.
content is really, it's upsetting though. So
Check the trigger warnings.
yeah, check the trigger
Be
warnings.
prepared. Let me say this one quickly first.
Oh yeah, Carrie Soto. I thought you didn't like that.
No, okay, listen. As I was reading this book, I kind of felt like I was reading the same chapter over and over again. I'll be honest.
You told me this.
I know.
Guys, she said, because I have it, and I was going to read it, and she said, I don't know.
But listen.
Okay.
This is one of those books where when you're reading it, at least when I was reading it, I kind of just felt like it was the same thing chapter after chapter after chapter. So I didn't feel inclined to pick it up, and it wasn't a page turner.
Yeah.
So I was saying, and I do think there's other books by her that I would say are my favorite. The reason why I liked this one is because when I finished it, like months later, I found myself thinking about Carrie Soto.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I didn't like Atmosphere.
People act like you can never forget your own name, but if you're not paying attention, you can veer so incredibly far from everything you know about yourself to the point where you stop recognizing what they call you. We live in a world where exceptional women have to sit around and wait for mediocre men.
I saw a TikTok recently where someone said, an exceptional man is just an average woman.
Period. Anyways, this is not a page turner. If you're looking for a book to really be captivated by, I wouldn't say this is the one for you. But what I would say is if you're looking for a main character, badass female who is a hustler who will do anything to get to where she wants to be.
Yeah.
This is a little motivating in that sense. If you want to like see yourself in the character and really feel driven.
Yeah.
That's what I would recommend.
And I appreciate Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing simply because she does write really realistic characters. I will say that. Like, her characters are very realistic. So our 2 fantasies. Picture the vibes. It was snowing. I lived in a penthouse. That's a flex. And I literally will look out. I have my fireplace that's fake on the TV. It's like there's candles lit. I look out, it's snow falling, and I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Look at the tabs, people. Literally read that in the fall cold, like I'd say a November, December. Because
when you can get cozy.
You can get cozy. It is a cozy fantasy about a girl named Addie who quite literally, like, she's never remembered in the history of time. And every single day, I'm pretty sure she's just, like, it's a new her. She can't be remembered. And she makes a deal with, not the devil, but kind of like that, where she just wants to be free. She doesn't want to be tied to anything or anyone. So he gives her that, but you know, you got to be more specific with your terms. Anyway, it's literally about life and freedom and finding yourself and finding what you love and enjoying all of the little moments of life, because she can't be remembered by anything. So it's about the people you meet and the people you fall in love with and like all of those small joys. And it was so well written and poetic. Like one of the best written books I've probably ever read in my life. And I cried at the end. So
I'm excited to read it.
Yeah, you need to read that, and you have the paperback, and I'm so jealous of it. So, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Also, V. Schwab is an amazing writer. Like, in general, everything that she writes is amazing. So
no, this is one of those books where I know the name Addie LaRue because Mar mentions it every other week.
I mention a few. Some.
Every time we go into a bookstore, she's like, Schwab!
Sylvia! But Paul's
not usually in the bookstores.
No.
Well, normal people.
Honestly, he's written by women.
Actually, I'm surprised you didn't pull that one out.
It wasn't normal people. It was a bit shocking because of the way that she writes. It's like she doesn't use quotation marks, and her books at the time, I didn't really like the books that were super realistic. And it is the epitome of like depressing romance of like, yeah, I love you. Bless you. Holy fuck. What the fuck? I didn't see that. What the fuck? What the hell? I didn't even know you were going to sneeze. You just smiled at me. You just imagine going like,
I was trying to hold it in because I didn't want to interrupt.
No, interrupt.
The last one I want to talk about is one that I will remember forever. Throne of Glass.
Kingdom of Ad.
I know there was like a lot of, ACOTAR versus Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
I read ACOTAR first.
I didn't like Fourth Wing. No, I liked Fourth Wing. I didn't like Iron Flame.
So ACOTAR loved. I love Feyre and Rhysand. Yeah. Those are characters that'll stay with me. Yeah, they'll stay with me forever. I read Fourth Wing. I didn't read Iron Flame or what's the last one? Oh, Onyx Storm. Mm-hmm. I didn't read those ones yet, so I can't make a full opinion. I like Fourth Wing. To me, it personally doesn't compare to the feelings I got from ACOTAR. But anyways, ACOTAR was a great series. But Throne of Glass, the main character, I literally can't say anything about the series.
No, you actually can't.
Because it'll spoil it. But there's 8 books. And the last one, Kingdom of Ash, is thick.
It's so big.
But when I say every single book that I read, maybe not Tower of Dawn.
Not Tower of Dawn.
But
that's what she said.
I was sucked into, because Mara is the one who brought it up to me and told me to read it. She actually bought me the whole
happy birthday
set.
It was for her birthday.
I was intimidated by it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Starting a series is always intimidating because they're so big.
It is, and I was also just like, how am I gonna get sucked into that? Like, that's a lot of words to read.
Yeah.
But every single book was so jam-packed with so much stuff because I didn't think I'd be that entertained for that many books.
Yeah.
And every single book I felt like was a page turner, and I love that series. I love the main character. She's also somebody who will literally forever be on my mind.
I know. And I like, honestly, like the interconnected plot points in all of her books are really, really cool. Because if you reread them, it's like there's Easter eggs in literally all of the books.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you told me to read ACOTAR first and then Throne of Glass. And I liked doing that because of the little Easter eggs.
We can't say anything without spoiling it, but yeah, as a fantasy, honestly, it's really good. I feel like ACOTAR is super heavy on the romance, whereas Throne of Glass is super heavy on the story.
Yeah.
So
Throne of Glass, from book 1, I was like in it.
Literally. So Sarah J. Maas, if you're a beginning fantasy reader, I feel like that will get you into fantasy for sure. Yeah. I don't have the book with me right now. I have it. I'm just not gonna get it. But Schwab, I need to talk about it because I just need to slide in. If you have not read The Villain's Duology, which you haven't, I don't even know if you're gonna like it. But if you like morally gray, like literally morally gray, no romance, it's like a literal morally gray man, read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, because I think about Victor Vale every day of my life. But yeah, there's so many fantasy books I feel like we could recommend, but these are the main core books I feel like we kind of wanted to talk about today.
We wanted this to be a really short episode, and I think it's going to be long.
I feel like it's going to be the longest episode.
Yeah,
but
because when we start talking about books, we don't shut up. We actually probably could have divided it into 2.
Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope that you guys made soup. I hope your soup is not burnt. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. I hope you take some of these book recs and have them on your bookshelf.
I hope so, too. Anyways.
Good morning.
Good morning.